Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of Programming and More YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to show you how to build a website which enables us to create another website by simply dragging and dropping. This website enables us to create new websites without any code. So let us see the quick demo. Let me create a navbar by simply dragging and dropping it into the preview container. And let me customize its color. I have only added some of this. You can try adding more. We can create grid system like this. This grid contains two columns per row and this 3 per row. Now we can drag this whole grid and drop it in the preview container. See? So without any delay, let us get started. Okay. And let me open VS Code here. Now inside VS Code, let us create one index.html file. Now let me create the boilerplate HTML required by using emet abbreviation. And as I said, we are going to use bootstrap, so let me get the bootstrap CDN. I need both CSS and JavaScript, so let me get those two links. Yes. Now inside the body of this, I need one div with class container whose ID is going to be components-doc. And let's press enter to get that. Inside this, there is going to be one h1 tag which contains components doc. Okay. h1 components doc. Inside this, now let us grab some of the bootstrap codes from components. First I want navbar. Component, yes, navs and tabs. I want this navbar, so I am going to pick let us pick this one and paste it here. Let me collapse this and let me remove all of the colors because we want this to be we want the color to be changed by the user. So let me delete them and let me make draggable of this to be true. And let us see the preview by using live server. See, when I'm dragging, then because of the draggable equals true, we can simply drag it. And then I I want a card, so let us select card. And I'm going to select this card. Let us paste it and simply make its draggable to be true. Let us create attribute draggable and set its value to be true. And see, this is also draggable. Then let us grab one more component from bootstrap. I'm going to pick the first one. Then I'll paste it in the HTML. And I'm setting its attribute to be true, draggable attribute to be true. So we got this. Then I'll pick some input. I think it will there in forms. So input group, maybe only the first one, and I'll paste it just after this and set its draggable attribute to be true. And let me collapse this so that you can have a clear view. Yes, now we got that. And then let us grab one alert. I think it will be there in components, alert, and we can drag anything. We can grab anything, sorry. Let me paste it here and let me remove the color because we will be changing it later. And let us set a draggable attribute to be true. And now if we see, we got that. Then we need grid system. So I think it will be there in layout, grid, and yes, let me select this and let me copy that and paste it after the alert. And like others, let us make draggable attribute of this to be true. And okay, let us leave it as it is for now. Then after this grid, we need the preview container. So let us go ahead and make it. So I'm going to collapse this entire container and create one more div just after this with ID as website preview. And let us make its class to be container and hit OK. And let us add its ID to be website container. Now inside this website container we want one we want drop area, means where user can drop like this. Okay, let me create one droppable container. So let us give it a class of droppable container, droppable hyphen container. Inside this droppable container we are going to have one droppable div with class droppable. I will tell you why later. And one div with content, and let us copy this droppable container and paste it in the grid as well here, instead of this 1 to 1 of 2 2 of 2 with this. This enables us to drop the components in the grid as well. So I think we are done with the styling, and one more thing, we need a model. So let us create that model. I think we can create it anywhere, so I'm going to edit at the end of the body. So let me create one div with class model body. Inside this I'm going to create a form. Inside this form I'm going to create one more div with container fluid, with the class as container fluid, and one div with class form group. Inside this let us create one label. This is for background color, and it is going to have, okay, then we need one select tag. So select class equals, sorry, form control, and that's it. Inside this we are going to have many options, like let us give it a dummy thing, like select background color. This is just to give the users an idea that this is background. And the first option, let us give primary. These are bootstrap color schemes. So the second one is secondary, and third one is success, and the next one is warning, danger, and info, light, light. Okay, that's it. And after light, and I think we're going to have dark as well, option dark. And then in bootstrap 5 we have muted as well, and we have white, and finally we have body, and that's it. And let me copy this form group. I'll reuse it for color, so let me change it to text color. Okay, that's it. Now let us open this and see. Okay, we have something like this, and we need a model header as well. So just inside model body, just inside this model body we should wrap it inside a model container. So let me do it. I'm going to cut this and create a div with class model container. These are all bootstrap classes. I think it is model container. Inside model container we want model content. Inside model content there is going to be model header, Here it is spelling mistake. It is model, and inside this header we want a close button. So, and one h5 one heading. Let us give it h4, and let us give it a class model title, and let us give it change props. And after this h4 tag we want one close button. So let us create one button, type equals button, and area label equals close and button. So this will create this. Okay, why it is not coming? Okay, then I'll add an X. Okay, 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 I have to add button close class as well. That's why it is not coming. Class equals btn close, btn hyphen close. These are all bootstrap classes. See, now we got. And after this, just after model header we are going to have model body. So let me paste it here, and after model body you might have guessed we need model footer, model hyphen footer. Inside the model footer we need button uh, whose class is going to be secondary, button hyphen secondary, cvandiry, and this is going to have text close. And we need one more button with class button primary and save. Now let us see how our model is looking. Okay, it is looking the way I wanted. And then I think this is all we need. This is all the structure we needed. So we can go ahead and create the style. So let me create style.css, and the first thing uh, I wanted to do here is to remove the margin of every tag. So let me do it. Margin 0, padding 0, and let me change the okay, anyway font family is getting changed by bootstrap. Okay, then okay, sorry, here it should be semicolon, not comma. And let us change the body user select to be none. Then let us style the droppable container. So the droppable container, let's go to the HTML and see where is that. Yes, the droppable container, let us style the droppable which is inside the droppable container. So sorry, dot droppable, um, its width is going to be 100%, and let us give it some border of 2 pixel. First it is going to be solid, and let us give it black, and a height of 50 pixel, and border radius of 20 pixel. Now let us see how it is. Okay, I have to link it in the HTML. So let us type link colon CSS. Yes, now we can see them. Okay. And okay. Okay, now let us style this model. Yes. It should come in the center, right? So let us do that. Set the style.css. Let me create one more line, one more. Let us target this model container selector, which is this model container, and let us give it the width of 100 view width and height of 100 view height, and it is going to have a position of absolute, and the top is going to be at 0, left is going to be at 0, and we don't want it we don't want any pointer events for that, so let us select none for that. And then the model content which is inside the model container, let us style that. I'm going to give it a width of 400 pixel and max width of 90%. Sorry, it is max width 90%, and let us give it a position fixed, and so top 50%. I'm going to center this now. Top 50%, left 50%. Okay, I think I'm not targeting it correctly. Cut this. Position fixed, top 50%, left 50%, and okay, let us inspect and see. Model header. Okay. This model content. Let us see the style. Position, it is relative. Model, okay, it is typo. Model container. Okay, now it is coming, but it is still not at the center. So what we have to do is we have to transform it to center. Now transform, sorry, uh, transform, translate, minus 50%, minus 50%. Okay, this is typo. Transform, yes. Now if I refresh, I can see it at the center and everything is working fine. Okay, we'll create JavaScript functions for opening and closing this model, and for now let us make it let us hide it. So just to as the background of our body is also white and this is also white, I'm going to give it a box shadow of some light gray, and I want its transition of all to be 0.5 second, is enough, and opacity, so for now I'm going to hide it, so its opacity is going to be 0, and since I want to hide it, I don't want any pointer events, so now we cannot see that. Okay, it is fine. And yes, now I think we can go for JavaScript. So let us start from the drag and drop. So let us go and create a JavaScript file which I will call as dnd.js. Okay, now inside this tnd.js I want one variable which holds the dragged container. Initially it is going to be empty, so, and one drop. I think this is not required. Yep. Now let us add some event listeners. The first one is going to be dragstart. Let me show you. Document dot add event listener of dragstart, and there is going to be one callback function. So just when the dragstart event fires, we have to set this drag to be the dragged container. So let's do that. Dragged equals e dot target. Okay, let us see, and let us console.log drag just to show you. And let me click inspect, open console, and okay. So I'm going to drag this. See, I have dragged this. Okay, I have not linked that script, so just at the end of the body I'm going to add the script, which is dnd.js. Now we should see. Let me drag this here. Okay, drag start. I think okay, let me see. Document dot add event listener drag start, e. We have our script. Let me refresh and drag again. Yes, we got it. See, I'll drag again and we should say 2 times. Yes. Now we need, what we have to do here is, if we observe, just when we are dragging, it is looking as it is, this one, right? So let us change it. And one more thing I have not told, why I have applied this property, because if I comment out this, then we can select the text which we do not want. Then only this text will be, we can drag only this text, but that is not we want. That is not what we wanted. So when I apply that property, then I will not be able to select text anymore. So I can simply drag the entire components like this. So inside this I am going to set the opacity of the target to be 0.5. Then okay, that's it. Now see, when I'm dragging this, then the opacity of the original container is decreasing. But whenever I have completed dragging, when I have leave the drag, then still the opacity is low. So let us fix that. There is one JavaScript event called dragent. So let us listen to added event listener for dragent, and what we're going to do is we have to reset the opacity. Opacity equals Okay, let us leave it like this so that it will be reset. Now let us see. I have started dragging, the opacity has decreased, and when I left, the opacity is still same. Okay, now there is one more uh, event called dragenter. So let us do it. Let us add an event listener for that, which is dragenter e. Okay, and let us see uh, if our target is any droppable container or not. So for that, let us going to create one function which is is droppable. Here function is droppable of element, and let us give some class to all of those droppables. So if that class is there in the class list, then we'll say that it is droppable. So if element dot class name dot split with space and dot filter, if this item is going to have droppable, then we are going to return false, return true if there are any. That means this is going to return an empty array if there are no, if this target does not contain droppable, if the class name does not contain droppable. So uh, if it is empty, then this will return false. If it is non-empty, then the length will be greater than 0, so it is going to return true. So let us add the class droppable. I think we have already added. Okay, we have not added. Okay, we did this one. So yes, if our target is droppable, then what we are going to do is we are going to set its we're going to change its border so that user can know that he can drop it there. 2 pixel dashed. Previously it was solid, now it is going to be dashed. Now let me show you. See, but whenever we are leaving, whenever we are going out, then also it is simply dashed only. So let us change it. For that, uh, we have one JavaScript event known as dragleave. So let us set up one event listener for that. Dragleave, sorry, dragleave, and this, if the dragleave occurs on an droppable target, then what we'll do is we'll set the border back to dashed, border back to solid. E dot target dot style dot border equals 2 pixel solid black. So now let us see. We have this. Let me drop it. Now it is dashed, but when I leave that, then it is going to be solid again. See, that is what we wanted. So now finally, there is one more event which is called as drop. So let us do that. Document dot add event listener. The event name is drop, and it is in the function. Same will do. We'll check if the target is droppable or not, and if it is, then just after we have dropped, then we have to set the border back to dashed again. So let us quickly do that. Equals 2 pixel solid black, and then let us select the parent node of this drag dot parent node, drag dot parent node. If parent node dot, if that parent node node's attribute is its id attribute is not equal to components doc, what we are going to do is we are going to remove it uh, from the parent where it was present earlier. If I show demo, you'll get a clear understanding. Drag dot parent dot remove child of drag, and let us create cloned clone element of this drag. So drag dot clone node of true, and then we have to, by default, this clone this cloned element is going to have opacity, low opacity, so let us bring it back to 1, and then we are going to find the closest droppable container, and we are going to insert it before the target droppable, right? What this will do is it will simply insert it just before the droppable. So, and we have to set the style of this droppable, because if we do not add this margin from top, then it will not look good. Both will come side by side, and okay, that's it. Now let us see. Okay, if I'm dropping it, nothing is happening. Let us see why. Let us see why. Okay, yes, we are not able to drop it because there is one thing which is preventing us to do. What we have to do is we have to add one more event listener for drag over. Document dot add event listener drag over of e, and here we have to prevent the default, means this is by default, this prevents us from dropping. So let us do that. Now let us check it. See, now we got it. So see again, if I'm dropping it at any droppable container, then it is simply adding it before this. And if if I have dropped it from this components doc, then it is not deleting the original one. See, but if I drop it from the one droppable to another droppable, then it is deleting from the previous droppable container. See, like this. Now we can drop whole of this and place it here as well. Now this we have achieved this droppable functionality but uh, we are not able to customize this. That's a topic for another video. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe